Hey guys, it's Hamby with Hamby Plays Games. How are you doing? You can catch me live streaming twitch.tv/Hamby Plays Games. We're going to do a quick review of Assassin's Creed Unity for the PS4. Now, I know that there's been a lot of issues with the PC and possibly Xbox One and definitely the PlayStation 4. So, we're just going to be playing the PS4 version and commenting on that. As we load into the game, you can see I've already been playing the game for a little bit. In fact, we did about 6 hours of multiplayer yesterday, and we're not that far into the story. Probably about, 4 hours of gameplay into the story, including running around the game world and just sort of enjoying ourselves in free roam. Now, what I'll say about this game, if you want an actual number score review, if I was to give a review out of 10, a score, I say 7.5. Why 7.5? Here's why. The game is gorgeous. The game is absolutely gorgeous. As we're loading in, first of all, the load screens, they take a long time. I wanted you to be able to see this because compare this to another game that we played, Destiny. The Destiny load screens are a little bit long as well, but at least there's more going on than this little thing spinning, which is kind of a black screen of boringness. There could be something on the load screens, and that's doesn't affect my review. I'm just saying I wanted you to see the load screens to see. Yeah, the load screens are a little bit annoying. So the game is gorgeous. The one thing though is, as you see here, look at this. There are so many people in this square, and all of these folks are being rendered in real time by the game engine. Now, this is just amazing. For the game itself and for the series. If you've played Assassin's Creed games, you know that this is a ton of people and this is awesome. Now, the one drawback is it affects the other stuff. As you can see, the character model is really awesome. And again, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at Paris, France here in the 1800s. The game takes place exclusively in Paris. And it's just absolutely stunning to be able to go up to the big points up above and synchronize your eagle view. Your viewpoints is really stunning. It harkens back to Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, mainly because of the architectural style of the time and where we are in Europe, as opposed to the sort of flat colonialism of Assassin's Creed 3 in colonial America, and of course Assassin's Creed 4 taking place in the tropics, like the Bahamas, and of course everything being sort of flat. Here you have history, you have architecture, you have character. The city itself is a character, as well as, look at all those folks that are rendered down below. That is just absolutely amazing. So, where the drawback is, and the other thing is, the climbing elements of the game are stunning, just as they always have been. What they've introduced this time, though, is a free run and a free run up, a free run up and a free run down. As you can see, we're running up, and now we're going to be running down. We can very quickly drop down the building. Well, no, not quite dropping down the building. And, of course, if you're a fan of the series, you know that's an issue. Your character not quite doing what you're telling him to do is definitely an issue. Now, that is something that they've not fixed yet in all of the Assassin's Creed games, as they've included new elements. This is still part of the game. Yeah! Very quickly being able to travel up. And now let's try to travel down. The down aspect, really great. So that's one thing. Now the multiplayer. As I mentioned, we did about 6 hours of multiplayer yesterday with Articus 262 and Resend and Onday here on the PS4. And a lot of people were having issues. A lot of people were coming into the chat and saying, how is it you guys are doing the multiplayer? How is it that you're in the game? Well, I'll show you how we did it. And I will tell you, the game has got issues, guys. It is buggy. In the multiplayer, enemies teleport. Characters teleport. Sometimes your teammate is right next to you, and he's telling you that he's struggling, he's trying to fight things, and you look next to you, and your teammate's not next to you. So you're like, I'm not next to you, and your teammate's like, yes you are, you're right next to me, you're running around me in a circle, and it's like, well, I'm not next to you. The other thing too is sometimes you'll look up and your teammate is running in place, fast running in place, and you're like, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm standing right next to you, and so there's server issues, definitely, on the multiplayer. it's broken, but not impossible to play. It's actually a lot of fun. And what we simply did is we went to the play together, and instead of doing play co-op now, as you can see there on the screen, that seems to be pretty broken. I wouldn't recommend doing play co-op now at this time because it just seems to not be working. We simply did invite players, and our friends that were online, Articus26, there he is right there, Autobot Sketch, we could add our friends. You know, Onday, we played with Onday yesterday. You can add your friends, and that's what we did. We actually added our friends to our game. Once we did that, we then went to the map, and we sought out the multiplayer missions, like here is a heist, 2-player max. We were doing 3 and 4 players at a given time, sometimes 2 of us. And instead of doing play in public, which would allow strangers or viewers to join our team, we were simply doing play in private. It's very stable. So we invited people directly to our team, and then we selected the mission and did play in private. And that is why I don't recommend doing play co-op now, because that seems to not be working. The great news is they're working on it, and they said that they're going to be doing a live blog to be fixing it. Ubisoft has took a major hit for this. You know, I mean, the game's got some issues, you guys. That's why we're giving it a 7.5 out of 10. The story seems to be a lot of fun. I've seen complaints that there's not really a story. It sort of jumps around a little bit, but it's fun. And if you love the Assassin's Creed series, I would highly recommend checking this game out. I would maybe just wait. Wait a little bit before you pick up the game. I'm a big advocate for waiting for games to go on sale, or even waiting past release dates, so that games have a chance to work out some of the bugs. This was one of the games we just really wanted to check out, and our viewers bought us a copy of it, so we're playing it on release. The game's been out for 2 days now, 2.5 days, and it's got issues, and they're definitely working on it. And if you're playing on the PlayStation 4, they've already fixed some of the stability issues, but PlayStation Network has also made 2 updates in the last 2 weeks, and with the game being released like this, it could be affecting it as well. So keep that in mind. If you're waiting to get this game, I'd wait. If you're a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games, I'd highly recommend checking it out at some point. If you want to wait to get it on sale, like I usually do, you totally can. The companion app that Ubisoft seems to make with all their games for the iPad, this seems to be a pretty fun app. You send your assassins on missions, just like you did in Assassin's Creed 4 with that companion app. Well, that one was ships. This one being assassins, kind of like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, if you've played that game. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this very brief review, just sort of touching on some of the stuff that we've been dealing with Assassin's Creed Unity on the PlayStation 4. We're going to continue to play the game. You can check out more highlights, twitch.tv/HambyPlaysGames and youtube.com/HambyPlaysGames. Highly recommend you come check us out live. We're going to be streaming later on today and many days in the future with this game. The multiplayer's fun. It's broken, but it's playable, and it's fun. So I hope you guys enjoy the game, and I'll see you next time.